Hi everyone. So we go again on this pod because I felt like there is a last part I can add to it so you understand it better. So we're gonna do it in 2 times. So first of all, what I want to show you is how why does the infinity can't and has to go partially and do a commutation which is about on and off inside of the world. So I'll write and then I explain to you. So this is the infinite light. It projects itself as a ray, but it is infinite, and it comes inside of a structure. So it projects itself, but it comes inside of a structure which is a compacted structure. It's the world, the reality we live in the material world. So as the structure is finite and condensed, the infinite energy can't come totally inside of it, or it would destroy it. So it has to project a little part of it, really an infime amount, really little amount. So this is the little amount I'm talking about. This is the infinite light and this is the little amount. It's not an arrow. So it can only produce an infinite amount. So what happens here when the infinite light touched its creation? We're gonna say other word. Most of the light is sent back. We can say 95% is sent back to the source of light, infinite light. Okay? Then there is an emanation. Only the true essence and the purest essence of infinite light, only the softer one is sent here in the reality, in the material. And also what the material can accept. So the wider will be a material and the more space there will be inside of it, the more quantity of infinite light will come inside of it. So the wider the self will be, and the more intense it will be also. Anyway, so then here there is only the part that can come inside of the body and the softer one, the really soft part of it, the emanation. And here it's great to explain it to you now, because we're talking about the segmentation, and so we're really talking about the infinite light inside of a body that goes on the adventure of being a persona, so a finite person, or the idea of yourself, or the contextual self, or we can also call it the ego, but it's not a bad thing. The ego is not a bad thing. It's just the you which is living its material life. Like, you know, ego is necessary for existence, for living things. It's like if you say other people are not good. I would love to live in a world where I am alone. It would be the same, saying that ego is not good. So you want to erase ego, you want to erase everything. It would mean better. Anyway, we all have the right to be wrong. That's how we grow, understand things later. So here it's your structure. Yeah, and we're talking about this. So this is the infinite light, playing the game of forgetting what it is and experiencing the world and discovering itself through discovering what it is, through experiencing what it is not. So you experience form, you experience an infinity of things, which is not what you are, until at one time you realize what you are through these experiences and learn more about yourself. So this is what the infinite light does. So the emanation that comes inside of the body, it comes in a structure which is related to the 0 dimension. And it is the basic field. the primitive field or primordial field. This is a field that contains light, but it is the primitive light. It is only space and it is just before creation. But as I told you, or maybe not, but those spaces, they step on the toes of each other. I don't know how to say it differently. There is a big part of partiality between those spaces. So what I'm explaining to you is metaphysical, so it's hard to grasp for the usual listener. But I try to skip the hard parts and to only tell you thin dots that you can connect later and understand it. So we're gonna say that this is the space where the light or the emanation comes in and then goes inside of the body. So world is here. This is the world, the reality. This is the third space. So I was told you about the zero dimension. This is it. And this is the conceptual place. So the infinite light. This is the virtual realm, the non-real, the infinite light. So this space is inside of this big part. So the basic field, the primitive field, the primordial field of consciousness or the primordial space is inside of the conception. It's inside the virtual. That's why I can access to it and perceive all this knowledge and this vision, which is seeing the whole thing from one point of view, seeing everything from one point of view, which is basically impossible inside of the world. You need multiple points of view to see, but inside of the virtual space, it's the opposite. It's with one point of view that you see the everything. Anyway, and then you gotta come back in the world to have different perspectives to understand the individual parts of what you perceived in the conceptual space, in the virtual space. As you see package, as you see the whole, you know. So here, the zero dimension, which is the primitive space, the primitive field, it is also a part of reality because I told you it contains reality. So here we are. The primitive field contains reality. So here you see it visually. Okay, and here it's reality. Okay, great. So as we are contained inside of it, we are connected to it, and our consciousness, I'm gonna say, our zero dimension, our primitive consciousness is this space, and is the point of connection. So inside of this space, which is just behind our vertebral column, just behind our spine, this is where the infinite light projects itself. So this is where the self appears. Okay? But as I told you, it is a field, it is a fluid thing, it is a flow of light. The infinite self flows through you, it's not contained inside of you, it is always flowing. You are like a river, and the water is the infinite, is yourself. And all the material, so that which contains the water, is the infinite light. So yourself is here. When you go to sleep, yourself comes back inside of the... So we're gonna say it like that. The self goes inside of the world for experiencing what it has to, but then it got to come back to the infinite light to take a rest and nourish itself. Then it comes back inside of the body and continues its experiencing. So each day you go into sleep, or each hours you're going to think or dream a little bit, or sometimes you will not be connected to what you're living. It is because it is the natural movement of yourself. You can't be always focused all of the time. It is normal. And this movement, I just explained it to you here. So I know it's something which is hard to understand, but I also know there will be some people that will understand it. And as I've been talking about that, I had to go deeper, you know, so you understand it better. I will give you a last image so you know what I'm talking about. This is a wave, okay? This is sand. So, the self is what appears when the drops of water make this white thin on the sand. When the wave has come, is retiring itself, and this thin appears just a little bit of the time, you know? So this is the self, this is the material, and this is infinite light. Love you guys. Hope you liked it. I try to cut it when it's the more clear. If you want me to adapt a little bit, I could. I will try. I can make a little bit of effort to adapt me a little bit. But I want to stay really true to the raw energy that I feel and giving you this knowledge in the purest form. Bye.